Well, hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. We're gonna try and train us some cows today. So as you see, this fence is basically in the dirt. And the reason for that is if you look at this round bale, they like to eat the very bottom of it. And then the whole round bale falls over on the cow and on the fence, and then they get loose into the rest of the round bales. So what I'm trying to do is train them that they can eat up top here and not get shocked. So what I've been doing is just grabbing some hay, because they're fairly hungry, feeding it to Mr. Bully Bull, and then trying to get it as close to the round bale as he'll eat it. And our black mama back here, she was doing it earlier. See if we can get her to do it again. Because see, if she'll eat the hay, and she actually put her nose on this round bale before, so if she'll get over here and she'll get comfortable eating it from here, like look at what she's doing now. She's figuring it out. There she goes. That's what I want. Now, some of you might say, well, what if they start putting hay on the fence? Well, they're going to do that anyways. If I put it up, the whole bale's going to fall on the fence. At least this way, with her eating from that bale, just like I wanted her to eat, she'll throw stuff on the ground, and then you see Mr. Bully Bull. He's going to clean it up for us. We also have two babies over here that are able to do the same thing. Now, see, she is... any part of her that's going to touch that fence is probably 2 feet from that fence, which is exactly what I wanted them to learn. Because since it's so low to the ground, and she's just now learning how to do this trick, I'm able to raise the fence later on if it starts being a problem. Since that's probably half a foot, 8 inches off the ground, any single one of them could walk over, and even a baby could walk over and not touch their belly to that fence. But I start training them now. Then once we get to that point where they start doing it, I slowly raise it up a couple inches. Slowly raise it up a couple inches. And see, they're going to town, Mama and Bully Bull. What's going to happen is the rest of them are going to start figuring it out too. And they're going to start doing all this. So it's slowly training cows to do what you want them to do. We're going to go on the other side of the round bale here. So this is what I mean by you could totally train a cow. You just got to have the patience and the ability to whisper cow. Now, I definitely don't have the ability to whisper cow. It is one thing that is definitely possible. And see, now I'm walking around. I'm not in an armchair because I don't need to be in an armchair to train these guys. But I just fed them a little bit of hay like you saw. Got them touching the bale, and boom, now we're good. And I might raise this up just a touch, you know, because it is a little low. You see, big old honking Jersey here could very easily just step right on over and not cause any issues, you know. He could just go right on over and be a colossal pain in our butt and let himself loose up here, which in previous videos he did do last year. These are the only 2 Jerseys we've had. Last year, these 2 knuckleheads were doing the same thing, and I wanted to just strangle them both. Wanted to strangle them both because they were driving me nuts last year. But back to training. So as you see, Mama's still eating. And then her child from 2 years ago is the one that's getting pushed away by Papa Bear over there. So when they start all figuring it out, you know, they all start figuring out how to eat it, then they'll clean up the ground who's a little slower, you know, who's a little behind. And then eventually everyone will be eating it and it'll all be a-okay. Like Jersey here, he's a little hesitant, like, I don't want shocked. But see, Mama's going to town on it. Now, once this hay gets lower to the ground, I might raise this fence all the way up and allow them to eat underneath of the fence. So that way we eat all of this round bale. But this is something I wanted to try this year because I could save a whole boatload of space if I were to put all these round bales like this all the way up the field, excuse me, and not have to separate any of them. So I'd save a bunch of space. I'd have smaller impact zones. I'd have heavier impact in these zones, but the zones would be smaller and it'd take up less of my farm. So there's a trade-off, you know, a real high, heavy impact zone versus a lighter impact, farther spread out zone. But again, you know, it's all dependent on what you need for the soil or what your soil needs for you to do for it. So anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching this rambly mess. See you on the next one.